Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. You are in best state of your health and iman. Dear students, today our lecture is about chapter number 2 of class 5 subject science. This unit number 2 title is Microorganisms, Health and Disease. Before going to discuss this lecture in detail, we have to recall our previous knowledge, that is about some points. These are: foods contain proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals needed by the body. A balanced diet keep us healthy. Good eating habits help the digestive system to work well. Students, these all are the point which you have already discussed. Means all food contains some basic components, that is proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals. And these all components of the food needed by the body in a balanced way. After discuss this lecture in detail, we will be able to some points, that is a balanced diet is necessary for good health. There are ways to preserve food to keep it free of germs. There are many ways of keeping healthy. Some diseases are caused by microorganisms. Some microorganisms are useful to us. Diseases are spread in a number of ways but can also be controlled. स्टूडेंट्स इस चैप्टर के अंदर हम लोग बेसिकली माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. कितनी टाइप्स के माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं, हमारी फूड कैसी होनी चाहिए, हमारी बैलेंस डाइट कैसी होनी चाहिए, अपने आप को हेल्दी रखने के लिए हम किन किन तरीकों को फॉलो कर सकते हैं, और कौन सी ऐसी डिजीजेस हैं जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स की वजह से बॉडी टू बॉडी स्प्रेड कर जाती हैं. The reading book page of unit number 2 is from 11 page to 17. First of all, we will see on page 11. A balanced diet. Balanced food is necessary for healthy life. A diet which contains different types of food possessing the nutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water in a promotion to meet the requirement of the body. मीन्स स्टूडेंट्स बैलेंस्ड फूड का मतलब है कि फूड के जो बेसिक कंपोनेंट्स हैं 4 to 5 वो सारे एक प्रॉपर रेशो के साथ उसमें मौजूद हों. एक पर्सन उसे प्रॉपर रेशो में जब ले रहा होगा तो तब हम क्या कहेंगे कि वो पर्सन जो है वो बैलेंस डाइट को फॉलो कर रहा है. वन कॉन्सेप्ट चेक इज गिवन ऑन पेज 11. What do these food items contains? Unscramble the letters to find the answers. Some foods items are given here, means like you can see fish, eggs, breads is given here. You can see that some words are given here, and you know it very well. When we will unscramble these words, we can easily identify that these food contains protein. They build you up without making you fat. On next column, we will see bread, potatoes is given. So we can see that these food contains carbohydrates, fibers and a little protein. They give you energy. On third column, you can see that some fruits like apples is given and milk. So these food contains vitamins, minerals and fiber. They help to keep you healthy. So on next page, we will see that the definition of microorganism is given. So as the title of this chapter is about microorganisms, so we have to discuss about the microorganisms in detail. What is microorganisms? Such organisms which are too small to be seen by the naked eye. Micro means very small. So its definition is an organism that is too small to be seen by the unaided eye, especially a single called organism such as a bacterium is called microorganisms. अनएडेड आई का मतलब क्या होता है? मतलब कि ऐसी आंख जो किसी भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट, किसी भी चीज की मदद के बगैर किसी ऑर्गेनिजम्स को ना देख सके। तो ऐसे ऑर्गेनिजम्स को देखने के लिए हमें आम आंख की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट की, जैसा कि माइक्रोस्कोप की जरूरत पड़ती है। तो ऐसे ऑर्गेनिजम्स जो हमें आम आंख से नजर ना आ रहे हों, तो उन्हें हम क्या कहेंगे? माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स। Some types of microorganisms are given here. Microorganisms, number one, viruses, protozoa, bacteria, fungi, and algae. So we will see its types one by one. Number one, we will see about the viruses. The general characteristics of viruses are metabolically inert. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. Means ऐसे organisms जो disease cause करते हैं उन्हें हम parasites का name देते हैं. Viruses cannot make energy or proteins independent of a host cell. होस्ट सेल का मतलब है ये किसी और ऑर्गेनिजम्स में रहकर ही अपनी एनर्जी को ऑब्टेन करते हैं. Viruses multiply inside the living cells using host cell machinery. Number two, we can see about the bacteria. Bacteria are vary in sizes, measure approximately 0.1 to 10.0 micrometer. Means these are too small in number. Widely distributed, it can be found in soil, air, water and living bodies. मीन्स स्टूडेंट्स, बैक्टीरिया ऐसे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं जो ऑलमोस्ट हमारी पूरी नेचर में हर जगह ही मौजूद होते हैं. इसी वजह से यहाँ पर एक वर्ड यूज किया गया है, वाइडली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. Number third character of bacteria is that some bacteria can cause diseases for human, animals and plants. Some bacteria are harmless. Means कुछ बैक्टीरिया हार्मलेस भी होते हैं जो कि बीमारी को पैदा नहीं कर रहे होते. Number third type of microorganism is about fungi. The general characteristics of fungi are important decomposers and recyclers of the nutrients in the environment. Most are multicellular except unicellular yeast, like true root stems or leaves. मीन्स स्टूडेंट्स ये भी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं, हमें आंख से कुछ जो है वो क्लियरली नजर नहीं आ रहे होते हैं. कुछ ऐसे बैक्टीरिया होते हैं जो यूनिसेलुलर मीन्स बहुत छोटे एक सिंगल सेल पर कॉन्सिस्ट कर रहे होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल यीस्ट. और कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जो मल्टी सेलुलर होते हैं, जो एक से ज्यादा सेल्स पर कॉन्सिस्ट कर रहे होते हैं, उन्हें हम मल्टी सेलुलर मशरूम्स यानी फंजाई की टाइप कंसिडर करते हैं. And the number fourth point is about number four type of microorganism which is given in this unit is about protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular organisms rather like bacteria. ये भी यूनिसेलुलर, यूनि का मतलब होता है जो सिंगल सेल पर कॉन्सिस्ट कर रहे होते हैं. इफ दे एंटर द बॉडी दे कैन लिव एंड ग्रो. अगर ये किसी भी ह्यूमन बॉडी में या किसी और ऑर्गेनिजम्स की बॉडी में एंटर हो जाते हैं, ये वहीं पर रहना शुरू हो जाते हैं और ग्रो करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. दे ग्रो इन मॉइस्ट प्लेसेस एंड आर कॉमनली फाउंड इन वाटर. Dysentery is caused by the protozoan and so is diarrhea. You are well aware about the diarrhea and the dysentery. These all are the diseases of digestive system which is caused by protozoa. So now we will see about microorganisms and diseases. There are many diseases which make us ill. Some diseases are caused when the body does not get the correct supply of the minerals and the vitamins that it needs. These are called deficiency diseases. Means students, जैसा कि हमने अभी previous pages पे देखा कि ह्यूमन बॉडी को हेल्दी रहने के लिए एक बैलेंस्ड डाइट की जरूरत होती है. तो अगर कोई भी पर्सन उस बैलेंस डाइट को एक्यूरेटली नहीं ले पा रहा, तो उसके नतीजे में उसकी बॉडी में मिनरल्स की, विटामिन्स की कमी, डेफिशिएंसी हो जाती है. तो ऐसी डिजीजेस जो कि इन विटामिन्स लाइक मिनरल्स, फूड के कंपोनेंट्स की कमी की वजह से हो, उन्हें हम क्या नाम देंगे? डेफिशिएंसी डिजीजेस. So we will see its definition again. There are many diseases which make us ill. Some diseases are caused when the body does not get the correct supply of the minerals and the vitamins that it needs. These are called deficiency diseases. Some diseases are caused because a part of the body stop working properly. कुछ डिजीजेस इस वजह से भी हो रही होती हैं कि बॉडी के कुछ पार्ट जो है वो एक्यूरेटली फंक्शन परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहे होते हैं. Such diseases affect the liver, heart, kidneys, or other organs of the body. These and the deficiency diseases are not separate from one person to another. They are non-communicable diseases. Means students हमने यहाँ पर diseases की two types देखी हैं. एक ऐसी type जो कि food की deficiency की वजह से हो रही होगी, तो ऐसी diseases को हम क्या कहेंगे? Deficiency diseases. और कुछ ऐसी diseases भी हैं जो कि body के organ के improper functions की वजह से हो जाती हैं. तो हम देख सकते हैं ये दोनों ऐसी डिजीजेस हैं जो कि पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरिएट नहीं करती हैं. और इन डिजीजेस को हम क्या नेम दे रहे हैं? दीज आर नोन एज नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस. Deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating this food. We can see here that the deficiency diseases are caused by the deficiency of some special components of the food. When a person can take that component of food in accurate proportion, then he or she can easily cure from that disease. So deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating these food. Some extra information is given here. Do you know the singular form of bacteria is bacterium? As single protozoa is called protozoan. Fungus is the singular form of fungi. You have discussed about the types of microorganisms in previous pages. So you can see that here the singular form of some type of microorganisms are given. You can see here some different types of vitamins are given, that is vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. And these are the different types of the vitamins present in different types of fruits and vegetables. Now we will see about communicable or infectious diseases. As its name indicates, communicable or infectious diseases spread from person to person. They are caused by microorganisms entering the body. ये वो वाली diseases हैं जो एक person से दूसरे person पे फैल जाती हैं. तो ऐसी diseases का नेम हम क्या देते हैं? Infectious diseases. या इसका दूसरा नेम यहाँ पे हम कह रहे हैं communicable diseases. They are caused by the microorganisms entering the body. How microorganisms enter the body? Now we will see microorganisms can enter the body through the nose and mouth when you breathe, eat or drink. Disease is often spread through coughing, spitting or sneezing. The common cold and the measles are example. These diseases are passed from the infected person through the air by a cough or a sneeze. यानी कफिंग और स्नीजिंग के नतीजे में ये डिजीजेस बहुत आसानी से एक पर्सन से दूसरे पर्सन में फैल जाती हैं. लाइक यू कैन सी हियर दैट दिस पर्सन, दिस बॉय इज coughing. So you can see through air, the germs from that boy can easily spread to another person. Some diseases are spread through direct contact. They can also enter the body through cuts in the skin. Entrance of microorganisms in body. You can see that how microorganisms enters in any organism's body. When food is left in the open for some time, germs such as bacteria and fungi can fall on it. The germs begin to breed in the food. Means you can see here that through infected food, germs can easily enter in our body. Cholera and typhoid are spread through infected food and water. Germs in food. Germs need certain conditions to breed. Breed means to reproduce. They cannot breed in food if it is kept very dry or frozen. If food has been sterilized, it can be kept free from germs. Means students, in this section we can see that how we can prevent our food from germs. हम जरासीम से, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म से अपनी फूड को कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Eating fresh vegetables that have not been washed may also lead to illness. Eating unwashed, spoiled food or uncovered food is also one of the main ways the germs can get into your body. Processed food are kept safe as they are sealed in plastic or in tins. Air is kept away from the foods. Some foods can be kept from going bad by the use of chemicals. When certain chemicals are added to food, germs cannot breed in it. Means students, we have to avoid the reproduction or the breeding of microorganisms in our food. Foods that have been packed in a factory usually have chemical preservatives added to them. Preservatives are those chemicals which are used to protect the food. Milk can be preserved for a while by a process called pasteurization. So, pasteurization is a process with the help of which we can protect or we can preserve our milk for a longer time. To pasteurize milk, it is first heated at almost 60 degrees centigrade and then cooled quickly. Most of the germs are killed off in this process. You can see here the definition of sterilization. It is a process by which an article, surface, or the medium is made free of all microorganisms, either in vegetative or spore form. Disinfection means destruction of all pathogens or organisms capable of producing infections but not necessarily spores. Means disinfection का मतलब है कि pathogens या microorganisms को distract कर देना. All organisms may not be killed, but the number is reduced to a level that is no longer harmful to health. Means students, three methods have been discussed here. One is pasteurization, then the second is sterilization, the third is disinfections. By the help of these methods, we can protect our food from the germs, microorganisms, or in other way, we can say that from diseases. So, these are the some points by which we can protect ourselves healthy. To control the spread of diseases, we have to ventilate the house well. To allow fresh air to circulate, air cloths and bedding in fresh air and sunlight, keep water and food well covered and clean, boil milk to kill the germs it contains, keep the surroundings clean by using disinfectants, sneeze into a handkerchief, a tissue, or the crook of your elbow. If you are sick, don't share your personal things. Get ourselves vaccinated. You can see that we all are vaccinated from the disease polio. So, the workbook content of this unit contains these following pages. The number one question on workbook is that complete the chart of microorganisms and diseases. We can see that some types of microorganisms which we have discussed in our reading book. Now we will implement all this knowledge into our answering the questions which are given in the workbook. So number one microorganism is virus. The diseases caused by them are influenza, chickenpox, measles. You can see that this is the chickenpox. And the number two microorganism is bacteria. Disease is that's typhoid, pneumonia. Number third microorganism is fungi. Disease, ringworm, athlete's foot. Ringworm, you can see that. Like this structure appear on the body of a person who is infected by the fungi. And the last protozoa is, last microorganism is protozoa, and the diseases caused by them are diarrhea and dysentery. So these are the pictures of microorganisms which are the source of all these diseases. Now the short questions are given here. How are fungi useful for human beings? Give two examples. As we know that All microorganisms are not harmful for us. Some are beneficial for us, like the some uses of fungi are here. Yeast is a fungus used in making bread. Some fungi are edible like mushrooms. Number two question, name three places where you can find bacteria, soil, ocean, milk. Number third, this is the list of the 7 of the deadliest diseases. Now we will see, do you know which ones are preventable by vaccination? Have you had any vaccination? Yes, we can see that tuberculosis, malaria, measles, hepatitis B, tetanus can be prevented by vaccination. And yes, we all have been vaccinated from these diseases. Now think and write. Is your environment clean? Make a list of 8 places around your school or your home. How can they be kept clean? And the some places are given here: mosque, park, grocery shop, neighbors, medical store, vending carts, other shops, streets. Yes, we can keep them clean by not throwing garbage around and cleaning them regularly. We can also keep a check on government cleaning staff. Number two question, discuss in pair the 4 comments below about refrigerator and microorganisms. Decide which comment you would support and explain why. The number one comment is given by Bilal. Bilal, bacteria don't grow in refrigerator as there is no air. Haris, bacteria don't grow in refrigerator as there is no light. Haris, bacteria don't grow in refrigerator due to low temperature. Danish, bacteria don't grow in the refrigerator, it kills microorganisms. So we have to pick up one answer that is more accurate. The correct answer is that bacteria don't grow in the refrigerator due to low temperature because bacteria needs high temperature to grow. Now we will see true or false. Infections cannot be caused by the small worms. Infections cannot be caused by the small worms. False. Germs are killed by pasteurization. True. Influenza is caused by a virus. True. All kinds of bacteria are harmful. False. The body gets vitamin D from sunlight. Yes, accurate. It is true. Choose the correct answer. Which of the following are ways to keep free from the germs? Freezing, sterilizing, cooking, all of these. Yes, D option is the right one. What do flies put on food so they can eat it? Sauce, tears, saliva, water. C option is the right one. Saliva. Number third, bacteria are used to prepare yogurt, bread, antibiotic, milk. A option is the right one. Number four, which type of germ causes pneumonia? Viruses, fungi, bacteria, protozoa. So its right answer is B. Number fifth point, milk is pasteurized at a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade. C option is the right one. Define the following microorganisms. The tiny organisms which cannot be seen with naked eye are called microorganisms. Microscopic. Microscopic are those organisms which are so small and only visible with the help of microscope. Next, filling the blanks are given. Foods packed in a factory contain chemicals. Milk can be preserved by a process called pasteurization. Living things which are made up of only one cell are called unicellular organisms. A useful type of bacteria is used in making yogurt. A mushroom is an example of edible fungi. Find the odd one out, give a reason for your selection. Yes, some 4 to 5 points are given here and you have to select the odd one. Now we will see the first one, vitamin K, B, E, D and S. Vitamin S is not a vitamin. So you have studied in reading book. Viruses, fungi, protozoa, protein, bacteria, these all are the types of microorganisms except protein. Protein is not related to microorganisms. Number third, fly, tortoise, mosquito, fly, sandfly. Tortoise is not an insect. Number fourth, diarrhea, tuberculosis, measles, malaria, headache. Headache is not caused by microorganisms. Remaining all these three diseases are caused by microorganisms. Some point is given here. Look at the picture above. It shows some of the ways that germs can get into food and cause illness. List all the unhygienic things you can see. Yes, a picture is given here. You can easily observe that a dog is standing near food who can carry many germs. Garbage can Garbage can is open, which is a source of many germs. Raw meat is placed in an open and not in refrigerator. Dirty cloths are on floor, which carry many germs. So, a contribution by the great Muslim scientist Abu Ali Sina is given here. In 1025, Ibn Sina or Abu Ali Sina published his 14-volume encyclopedia, The Canon of Medicine, which remained a standard text at European universities until the 17th century. Ibn Sina's contributions include the discovery of many infectious diseases and introduction of their medicines for cure. So, students, we have discussed all things about the unit number 2, microorganisms. So, must say, Alhamdulillah, we have completed our task. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome back to the IRCAM channel. Hope you all are good in your best of health and iman. Today I'm going to teach you English for class 5 and this is unit number 1, that is our novel. Gulliver's Adventures in Lilliput. It has been written by Jonathan Swift. First of all, we consult our dictionary and find out the meanings and sentences of the following words. First words, definition, meanings or sentences. First is fright. Fright is a noun which means a feeling of fear. And sentences, Ali was shaking with fright. Second is spear. It is a noun and verb as well. Meaning or definition is a weapon with long wooden handle and a sharp metal point. Sentences, they were standing in the river and spearing fish. Number 3 is platform. It's a noun. The raised flat area beside the sea and railway track. Sentence is, the train is standing at platform from 1 hour. Next is pleased. It is a verb which means feeling very happy. She was pleased getting first position. The topic of the novel which is mentioned in our book is Gulliver's Travel. Come on the workbook, page number 3 and recall the story. The title is Gulliver in Lilliput. Answer of the first question is, the story is mostly about adventure of the Gulliver, who is the hero of the novel. Answer number 2, part 1 is Gulliver's landing in Lilliput and meeting with tiny people. Answer number 2, part 2, Lilliputians' nice behavior and hospitality towards Gulliver. This word is Lilliputian. Next is alphabetical order. Write the given list in ABC order. First word we have, it's across. ACROSS. Second word is arrow. ARROW. Number 3 is several. Several. Number 4 is spears. Spears. Number 5 is stakes. Stakes. Number 6 is string. String. Now comes to the workbook page number 4 and answer the following question. The answer of the first question is, the Lilliputians were able to tie up Gulliver because he had been very tired after swimming and fallen into a deep sleep for several hours. Answer number 2. The men were only 6 inches tall. Several of them could climb over Gulliver, around 40 at first and later 100. Some got hurt when they jumped off his body. Through this answer, we got to know how huge or how big the body of Gulliver is for them. Although Gulliver is a normal human being like us, but the people of Lilliput was so small. The Lilliputians were so small. They are just 6 inches tall. And 6 inches tall means a half scale which we are using in our daily classrooms. Question number 3. If I become tiny, I would like to visit very small places of different creatures. I would like to observe the small insects like ants. Question number 4. He will soon be fed up of situation. He will be soon be fed up of situation in which he is caught up and would like to win his freedom. Next, all the workbook pages that has been mentioned in week number 2, that has been already discussed in the lecture number 1. You can consult from that lecture. Now our lecture has been over. So thank you so very much. Stay tuned and keep on learning. Allah Hafiz.